Hello again, my name's Gabe Zolna. One of my viewers sent me a little link here. I'm going to read it to you, turn it into a video. It's titled, The Best Summation of Barack and Michelle Obama Ever. Mychal, that's M-Y-C-H-A-L, Massie, M-A-S-S-I-E, is a respected writer and talk show host in Los Angeles. And he wrote, the other evening on my Twitter, a person asked me why I don't like the Obamas. Specifically, I was asked, quote, I have to ask you, why do you hate the Obamas? It seems personal, not policy related. You even disrespect their Christmas family pictures. The truth is, I do not like the Obamas, what they represent, their ideology, and I certainly do not like his policies and legislation. I've made no secret of my contempt for the Obamas as I responded to the person who asked me the aforementioned questions. I don't like them because they are committed to the fundamental change of our country into what can only be regarded as a communist state. I don't hate them per definition, but I condemn them because they are the worst kind of racialists. They are elitist, leninist, with contempt for traditional America. They display a disrespect for the sanctity of the office he holds, and for those who are willing to admit same. Michelle Obama's raw contempt for white America is transvicious. I don't like them because they comport themselves as emperor and empress. I demand respect for the office of president, and I love for our country and her citizens, from the leader entrusted with the governance of the same. President and Mrs. Reagan displayed an unparalleled love for the country and her people. The Reagans made America feel good about themselves and about what we could accomplish. Obama's arrogance by appointing 32 leftist czars and constantly bypassing Congress is impeachable. Eric Holder is probably the most incompetent and arrogant Department of Justice head to ever hold a job. Could you envision President Reagan instructing his Justice Department to act like jackbooted thugs? Presidents are politicians, and all politicians are known and pretty much expected to manipulate the truth, if not outright lie. But even using that low standard, the Obamas have taken lies, dishonesty, deceit, mendacity, subterfuge, and obfuscation to new depths. They're verbally abusive to the citizenry, and they display an animus for civility. I do not like them because they both display bigotry overtly, as in the case of Harvard professor Louis Gates, when he accused the Cambridge police of acting stupidly, and her code speak pursuant to now being able to be proud of Americans. I view that statement and that mindset as an insult to those who died to provide a country where a Kenyan, his illegal alien relatives, and his allegedly progeny could come and not only live freely, but rise to the highest, most powerful position in the world. Michelle Obama is free to hate and disparage whites because Americans of every description paid with their blood to ensure her right to do that. I have a saying that, quote, the only reason a person hides things is because they have something to hide, end of quote. No president in history has spent over $1 million to keep his records and his past sealed. And the silent majority remains silent. And what the two of them have shared has been proven to be lies. He lied about when and how they met. He lied about his mother's death and problems with insurance. Michelle lied to a crowd pursuant to nearly $500,000 bank stocks they inherited from his family. He has lied about his father's military service, about the civil rights movement, ad nausea. He lied to the world about the Supreme Court and the State of the Union address. He betrayed and publicly insulted a sitting congressman. He has surrounded himself with the most rapidly radical socialist academians today. Don't forget the devoted Muslims he's placed in government. He opposed rulings that protected women and children, and even Planned Parenthood did not seek to support. He is openly hostile to business and aggressively hostile to Israel. His wife treats being the First Lady as her personal American Express black card, arguably the most prestigious credit card in the world. I condemn them because, as people are suffering, losing their homes, their jobs, their retirements, he and his family are arrogantly showing off their life of entitlement as he goes about creating and fomenting class warfare. I don't like them, and I neither apologize nor retreat from my public condemnation of them and his policies. We should condemn them for the disrespect they show our people, for the willful and unconstitutional actions pursuant to obeying the constitutional parameters he is bounded by, and his willful disregard for congressional authority. Dislike for them has nothing to do with the color of their skin. It has everything to do with their behavior, attitudes, and policies. And I have open scorn for the constantly playing the race card. I could go on, but let me conclude with this. I condemn, in the strongest possible terms, the media for refusing to investigate them, as they did President Bush and President Clinton, and for refusing to label them for what they truly are. There is no scenario known to man whereby a white president and his wife could ignore laws, flaunt their position, and lord over the people as these two are permitted out of fear for their color. As I wrote in a syndicated column titled, Nero in the White House, never in my life, outside of policies, have I witnessed such dishonesty in a political leader. He is the most mendacious political figure I've ever witnessed. Even by the low standards of the presidential precedents, his narcissistic, contemptuous arrogance is unequaled. Using Obama as the bar, Nero would have to be elevated to sainthood. Many in America wanted to be proud when the first person of color was selected president, but instead they have been witness to a congenial liar, a first lady who has been ashamed of America her entire life, failed policies, intimidation, and commonly hereto not witnessed in political leaders. He and his wife view their life at our expense as an entitlement, while American people go homeless, hungry, and unemployed. How do you argue with that? Well, I gotta admit that he's not alone. He meaning Mychal Massie. I don't like Obama either, for a lot of the exact same reasons that Mychal Massie doesn't like Obama. It's absolutely disgusting. He wrote that Obama spent $1 million. I think he spent around $3 million to bury his past. But that's a different story. If you like what Mychal Massie wrote and what I tried to put into a video, let your friends know. If you don't like what he wrote and what I put into a video, maybe you want to go find another site to view.